Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Breaking news. My chances of victory in APC narrowed. Obaseki. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. Governor Godwin Obaseki is the one speaking, saying his chances in APC to get the victory is narrowed. This governor is speaking based on what he has seen, what is happening, and what has happened. Governor Godwin Obaseki is the present governor of Edo State who is fighting hard to come back on his second term to continue with the work he's been doing in Edo State to support the people to make the state better than he found it. You know, Governor Godwin Obaseki was there yesterday for his screening. He got to the secretariat by 1, but just stayed for 5 minutes and left. And his screening was later done in the evening. After the screening, Governor Godwin Obaseki came out and said this himself, that his chances of victory in APC is narrowed. Let's get to the news and get why the governor has said this by himself. Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki said his chances of success in APC primaries is narrowed. Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State said his re-election bid under the platform of the All Progressive Congress has a narrow chance of success. This, he said, was based on his observation of special interest displayed by the party national chairman, Comrade Adams Ushomole, in the process. Obaseki expressed the fear on Wednesday night at a news conference shortly after he was screened by the 7-member screening committee headed by Professor Jonathan at the party national secretariat in Abuja. The governor alleged that some of the questions asked by the committee showed that Ushomole has not distanced himself from the process of conducting governorship primaries in the state. Like I said, as a party man, I have gone through the screening process, but I do not believe that I will get justice because Comrade Adams Ushomole is an interested party in the Edo State process. One of the questions that was asked was why I issued a glacier that will prevent the party from performing direct primary election in Edo State. That I did not see it as an anti-party activity. I just felt that it was a process to put in place. If we put politics above the lives of the people of Edo State, then we may be missing the point. Governor Godwin Obaseki has said that with all that is happening with coronavirus, I think the glacier is essential. We are not the only party conducting primaries and eventually election. So that is to make sure that the lives of Edo people are safe rather than crowding people to a particular place. This I did for the people, and I did not do it as an anti-party activity. An anti-party activity is something that goes against the party. Even the party needs to respect the life of the people. If the people are not alive, who will be a member of the party? Obaseki recalled that when he came to the party national secretariat to submit his nomination form, he told the news conference that Ushomole should distance himself from the process, which I think is the right thing, being that Ushomole is from that state. I think APC should have put some process in place, because when you cannot be a judge in your child's own case, unless I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me. You're supposed to distance yourself, even if you are an investigator and something happened to a family member. I know when I watch the US movies, I see that very policeman or judge or investigator is distant from the process. In fact, taken from that investigation so as not to corrupt evidences, or not to interject, or not to be personal, or not to use relationship stirred up from relationship, the attachment to have an influence on the judgment. Anyway, let's continue with the case, with the news. But as a party man, I have had to go through the screening like everybody else. Since he's the judge and the jury in this matter, I will just wait for the outcome of the screening. I have given them all the information they needed. The controversial certificate from the University of Ibadan I have tendered, he said. My people, you've heard Governor Godwin Obaseki. This is Governor Godwin Obaseki speaking himself. It's quite touching, hearing from him. He's been accused of anti-party activity. The anti-party activity Governor Godwin Obaseki is being accused of is by putting in a glacier. What that means is that is an order that bans political party from gathering in more than 20 persons at a time. Why? Due to the outbreak of coronavirus, what we've been hearing constantly being reiterated at us is that to prevent the spread, people do not need to gather in a single place or keep a 2-meter social distancing, as this will help, help to curb the spread of coronavirus. According to Governor Godwin Obaseki, he said he put this order in place because he knows that politics is around the corner, and as such, he needs to put this in place. Otherwise, people will gather without regard for what is happening. Don't forget that no cure has been found for coronavirus. And as such, he put this in place to put order in the whole process that will be going on. Don't forget that he's first of all, he's still the governor of Edo State, and he's still the one in charge. He's still the man of the hour until the election is done in September 19 and the result is announced. Godwin Obaseki still is responsible for the lives and property of the citizens of Edo State. So when he was asked, why did you put this on? He said it's for the life of the people of Edo State. He said, but the party counted it as anti-party activity. And guess what? Oshomole was there to chairman the process. Please, disclaimer, I am not for Obaseki or for Oshomole. I am for the good citizen of Edo State, for them to have good leadership, and for them to have the best man rule Edo State. We've been following the election closely. And to speak personally, now these are my opinions, and I believe I'm entitled to my opinion as this is my fundamental human right. I feel that Oshomole should have not been a part of the panel to decide on Edo State. Listen, please don't crucify me. Let's go on. 1, Oshomole is from Edo State. Oshomole and one of the contestants have an issue. If it is a fair society, if it is as it should be, in my opinion, I'm not saying that's the law, Oshomole should have not been a part of the party, of the panel. Why? We are human beings, and there is the tendency for bias. Yes, if I'm angry with you, I will want to do everything to make sure that you are not comfortable as well. I want to do everything to make sure that you feel the heat of whatever you've done to me as well. We are all human beings, let's be honest. Think about it. I know that those that support Oshomole will say, no, he's the chairman. Yes, he's the chairman. But according to law, I don't know what APC has put in place. It's supposed to be a democratic environment, and in life, there's supposed to be exception. Please think about it logically. If something happened and you are the one to pass the judgment, you will do it out of proportion. If we're going to follow due process, are going to allow the right thing to happen, you should not be part of it. That thing should be done irrespective of your presence, but justice will prevail at the end of the day. That is what we are talking about. Anyway, Obaseki came out of the screening process with all that he was questioned that was posed before him. He felt deflated, and he said he does not feel that he will get justice on the platform of APC, and he feels his chances of getting the APC ticket is a bit slim. My people, these are my thoughts, but what are your thoughts? Don't forget to like us, to share, to subscribe, to click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. We're here, we're following the elections closely, and we will be keeping you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. Edo State election is quite an interesting one. We'll make sure we keep you up to date, and stay safe. God bless. Stay tuned. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.